Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we're looking at Project Cars 3. And this video is mainly for those, for the Gran Turismo 7 guys. I want you guys to take a look at this. And this game came out, you know, I believe it was 2020, just before the new consoles did. And I want you to just look at this and tell me if you really think that like when you're in the back of that car, like when you're in chase cam like this on Gran Turismo 7, do you guys really believe that Gran Turismo 7 is like this superior racing game to everything else? Or do you guys really just are you guys just like trying like to save face or something, man? Cuz I don't know, man. It's like it's hard to judge, you know, if somebody's like really, cuz let me be clear, man. I love Gran Turismo 7. I think it's a great starter game for people that want to get into sim racing. I think it's pretty, you know, pretty handholdy. It definitely feels like it's a lot more on rails. But this game right here, this one here does have more of an arcade feel to it as well. But it also still has the settings in there to where you can set this up to where it feels like a sim race. Yeah, I am on the PC version right now, rocking this at 155 frames a second, man, and it literally feels so freaking smooth. It's not even funny. But that's just the thing, you know, like I just don't know, man. I can't tell if you guys are being genuine or if you guys are just, you know, like trying to save face for PlayStation or something, man. Like I don't get it. Like, yeah, of course you could play this game on your PlayStation, and it plays just fine. Definitely doesn't have 4K like Gran Turismo does, but there's a lot more going on in this game than what's going on in Gran Turismo, man. They can focus more on those pretty visuals. This game here has a full day night cycle. All of these trees are 3D modeled, as you can see. The vegetation on the side of the grass looks a lot better on here than it does on and even on the console version, guys. Even on like Series X and like PlayStation 5 or whatever, you still get all the vegetation. You still get the 3D modeled trees. You still get basically all of this stuff. You've still got a way more customization over your cockpit view, and it just feels like a much better, more refined racing game. Like Gran Turismo 7 feels good. Like, it feels too good to be true, actually. And that's my biggest problem with that game, is it really does. It feels too good to be true when something like this is there to help you bridge the gap between arcade racer and sim racer even better. I do like Project Cars for that thing, man. Like it is a nice game. I would really like to see Sony bring Gran Turismo 7 to PC. I would buy a second copy so that I could play it on the PC with my racing setup and everything. But yeah, I'm not gonna buy a whole new racing setup for that, because I still feel, because I remember I don't think it's changed much from GT Sport, to tell you the truth. I don't think it's the handling and all of that stuff is going to be much different than what it was on GT Sport. So I feel like, but for me, Gran Turismo 7 really does feel like it's a lot more on rails than GT Sport is. GT Sport was actually a fairly decent game, whereas Gran Turismo 7 maybe not so much. I don't know. Trust me, I don't got no axe to grind with Gran Turismo. I really do think it's good for those people that are trying to start out and want to get into sim racing. There's a lot of knowledge that Gran Turismo imparts, and the training and all of that stuff that I think is vital to becoming a sim racer and wanting to get serious with sim racing. So I do like Gran Turismo, and I do think it's definitely worth owning, but I don't know, man, if I would call it on the level of sim racing like even this is. Project Cars 3 is more built from a sim racing background than I think Gran Turismo is. I like the way this looks. I like this camera too, to tell you the truth, man. They really freaking tuned it up a lot more in Project Cars 3 to make to make it really stand out, to make this game really shine. Like, this is so cool. Like, I remember, if I remember back to the first time I played Project Cars 3, I was like, whoa, that is freaking cool when you're like bouncing around through here and like you can see your car getting kind of squirrely and stuff on you. Like, this was such a freaking cool experience to play this the first time when it first came out. Like, I was really, really excited. I was really having some fun with this. Like, yeah, this is a lot more arcadey than Project Cars 1 or 2, but at the same time, like, this is still pretty fun, man. Still really fun. And I do think that if you're into sim racing, man, and you're like learning, I do recommend picking this up as well, as Gran Turismo. This is going to give you a little bit closer feeling. You just turn off some of that arcadey stuff, and like you'll be better. Like, having traction control is not really a bad thing, stuff like that, because you want to be able to create like consistent laps and stuff. But yeah, man, I think that this one here is a pretty solid experience, and a good game to go up good against Gran Turismo 7, because this, like I said, this is probably closer to arcade experience than sim racing as well, but this one here is definitely closer to sim racing than Gran Turismo 7 is. Man, this game is such a beast. This is so fun. Like, I like all the visual effects and stuff that this game has. The rain effects on this game are really cool. That day-night cycle is really cool. There's a lot to really like about this one. So I do recommend picking this one up. Don't let this one get out from under you, especially if you're a Gran Turismo guy, man. Definitely get yourself a piece of this game. Now, I will have some Gran Turismo footage running on there as well, so that you guys can look at that. So there you go, man. Project Cars 3 running on PC. If you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.